das auf. Das auf. Ja. So ist es so. Ja. Okay.
Those slippery balls managed to put some big numbers up in that semi-final against the home side Chalon. You know, Fraport is fancy in this game. There's not much in it, but they are the favourites. I'm not quite sure I see it that way, as big as the desperation is, the big as the difference is between the two teams with the bookies, if you're that way inclined.
Well, I would not. Personally, having watched Varese play the other night, I really have to think twice before betting against them. But then again, you know, I don't think that we saw the best out of Fraport Skyliners in their win over Varese. Varese, you know, a team with a lot of tradition. Why don't we talk about them? Because this is a team that back in the 70s really was, you know, a club that was kind of the kings of basketball, not just in Italy, but in Europe. They won in '73, they had an impressive treble. They won a Italian league, a Euro league, and Intercontinental Cup treble.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 victories and 5 finals, 5 runners-up medals in 10 years across the 70s. Almost like every year, I think, during the 70s, they either won it, European Cup, or they were in the finals. And that is no mean achievement. It will never get repeated again, that's for sure, to dominate Europe that much.
You know, much has been said of the German league in recent years and how, you know, it's a well-attended league, it's a well-run league. They would like to come out and get another FIBA Europe Cup. I know Göttingen hosted it several years ago and got the title. This, you know, Italy, throughout its course of its history, has had a lot of made a lot of headlines in European basketball. And look at how many fans have actually driven up from Varese. We think probably over 1,000. So they almost doubled, it appears, their numbers. It's, you know, in northern Italy, not far, what, 20 minutes from Geneva? Yeah, I think it is.
Very close to Lugano on that.
Or Lugano, excuse me. Yeah.
Southern side of where Switzerland pokes down into Italy. So very much near the mountains, very much a very cool, temperate place to live, and very much in the north of the Italian country.
And that's why they call you the weatherman. Well, the Fraport Skyliners are being introduced here to the crowd. You can see they make a nod up to their own substantial section of fans that have come to the wine region here, and we're going to enjoy a nice few days. And all the players are signaling up there. What do you see as a key coming into this game for Gordon Herbert against the Varese team? Is they had a slow start. They had a slow start the other night against Varese, and are they going to be punished if they don't come out strong tonight?
I think one of the things I really noticed about the Fraport team is that when they were down in that semi-final, they always had the defense to rely and bring them back into the game and come up with scraps through the final 4 or 5 minutes, and that's exactly what happened. Hennessy ran out of steam, couldn't come up with the goods offensively, but the defense of Fraport told. I think if it's a low-scoring game, that will favor Fraport. Varese need to up the tempo, create opportunities off the fast break. Obviously, they've both got to hit threes, but it's Varese that will want a high-scoring game, I think.
Well, we saw really some impressive performances from Varese, Davies, Campani inside. They were tough. We saw some excellent play late on from the guards. We We saw some inspiration from Ferrero, a player that's kind of risen through the ranks in Italian basketball and has really inspired a lot of people with his success. Paolo Varese, the coach. And what about Rihards Kutskas? We haven't even mentioned him from Latvia. Boy, I don't know that he could play any better than how he played the other night. He certainly couldn't shoot any better. He was almost lights out with those 5 3-pointers.
5 and 17 points. There's your lineup for Fraport. Aaron Dorner-Camps, the shooter on the perimeter. I think Phil Scrub down the bottom there. 2 big threes come to death in that game. Did nothing the rest of the game. Watch out for 24, Michael Morrison, the heart and soul of this team. You see him warming up and around the rest of the players. What a great team player from St. Petersburg, Florida. The real sort of the heart of this team.
There's just 5.
Now watch out for Bartel too. Love to watch him play. Voigtman inside, very strong. Quantez Robertson hasn't got quite going. Didn't go in the semifinal. Jordan Theodore, on the other hand, is a real run the show type of guard, and will get everybody organized.
Well, for Varese, Brandon Davies, when he was in the game against Elan, you could really tell the difference. Malik Waynes hit some big shots, especially in the 4th quarter. Chris Wright, obviously, very important. He's going to handle the ball. Christian Kanger, he doesn't have the hops, perhaps, but he knows how to play. He'll be coming off the bench tonight. So you've got Davies, Malik Waynes, Christopher White, Rihards Kutskas, and Luca Campani. And Campani, I think, did not start the other night, so he's perhaps it's a matchup that he likes better, the coach. Maybe he's trying to combat the size.
Well, it will be, because what he'll say is that Voigtman and Bartel can be guarded by Brandon Davies and Campani together. Now, that may be a slight overestimation, because I think that you might find Bartel is Gordy Herbert, the Canadian ex-international player and a very experienced coach. Very intense coach, as you found out at the press conference.
Well, certainly, coach, not afraid to offer his opinion. Paolo Moretti, the coach of Varese. And I think what impressed me most about him was how he approached the game, even when his team got down against Elan Chalon in that 2nd quarter. And he kept them together, he kept them focused, and they were able to come back. Now, here's the refereeing crew tonight from Turkey, Poland, and Bulgaria. Mogulkok, Chalik, and Martin Horozov from Bulgaria. We've been running those guys at the hood very seriously, always looking at video, reviewing performances. And the guys that the referee the final are the guys that have done the best job, deemed to have done the best job so far here.
So,
Moretti.
Why? Because we want to read
Let's hear what he says.
What they do. Central pick and roll, I suppose, flat, so you can re-screen. With number 5, and loop up with number 5. On the side, attack. What if they baseline? If they baseline, okay, at the beginning, get out on the Brandon side. So, Chris will make a pop, so we have another point guard here on the position, okay? And the 3rd time that we can play with the long shot clock, with the long time on the shot clock, your post up, okay? What? Fake. What if they deflect, okay? 1 dribble, and then be careful to attack the weak side, okay?
I'll tell you one thing, Mick, as we listen to him talk, I've got all the respect of the world for these guys, like Moretti, who are fluent in a language. They have to be able to communicate in different languages here, and the Americans are so important that he's given his team talk in English.
Well, exactly right. You look at his team, got Kangur on the team. I'm sure Kangur is very fluent in English.
Yeah, he speaks English.
Teams he's played on. You have to go, I think for an Italian team, most coaches would go with English as their first language, perhaps. It's only Spain you go to where they refuse to go in English, some of the coaches. Interesting matchup coming up. Well, that man there, Danilo Bartel, how will he match up against Campani or perhaps that Brandon Davies?
So it does appear that Kangur may be in that starting lineup. We're not sure. We'll see. I was a little surprised that we saw Campani. So indeed, it is going to be Kangur and not Campani in the starting lineup.
That makes more sense.
Now, Kangur is just a solid player. I mean, he's an Estonian. And it's interesting, they've got 2 Baltic players Rehart's Cook, because why am I struggling with that name all of a sudden? And Kanger and Davies. And you got the two American guards, Wright and Malik Waynes, who played at Villanova. And dare I say, those Wildcats put him in a good mood when they won the NCAA title the other night. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Chalon, France. It's the FIBA Europe Cup final. And it's between Canestro Varese in white and Fraport Skyliners in blue. And Fraport have won the opening tip. Montez Robertson gets it over to Bartel. And now Dornicamp puts up a three-pointer. And fighting for the rebound, it goes out of bounds.
I tell you what, that man there, Danilo Bartel, is going to be a handful for the Varese team. If they don't take care of him, I think Brandon Davies is guarding him. That's probably a good move for them. Christian Kangur. No, Kangur's got Bartel. The matchup with the ball now.
Well, Robertson's going to get it to Voigtman, and Voigtman certainly played well in the fourth quarter. He was the man that really poured in many of the points that got Fraport the victory, but he wasn't able to come away with anything that time. Kind of threw the shot up there at the end of the play. Waynes, oh, they whip it around. They get it right to Cooksess, and they got it to the three-point shooter. But it was a little bit long, but well executed.
Yeah, that had to go down, I think, for Cooksess to have a good game. He'll get another couple of opportunities, mate, but but he needs a confidence builder. Shooters need little things to get him going.
Voigtman passes out to Theodore, and Theodore, his three-pointer is no good. And those tall Fraport players keep it alive. Cooksess not able to control it, and it goes back out of bounds, I think. No, they're going to award it to Fraport. I thought it was, excuse me, to Varese. I thought it was Fraport.
It's a bad, not a good call, but there was a foul coming too. Look, there's the, now, Cooksess is going to go off. There's a reach. I'm not sure Theodore touched it.
Well, these things even out over the course of the game. Cooksess over to Waynes, and now Cooksess puts the ball on the deck, gets inside, draws the foul.
Not a bad player to draw a first foul of. Jonas Voigtman's going to be a big factor in this game. Just leaves his hands down, Jeff. Should have get his hands up as soon as they come down and reach for the ball. Referee has no choice.
I like that play by Cooksess because he knows that Fraport are not going to leave him open more times than not.
Well,
he's got to be ready.
And you know what? He didn't want to go 0 for 2 from the three-point line. He had to put some pressure on the defense. He knows he's a good shooter, but he knows he has to feed on other things, perhaps.
But that time he had somebody running right at him. Yeah. And Cooksess makes both. And sometimes all you need is a couple of free throws to go down to get you into the flow. Early lead, and good play by Davies to knock it off the rim.
Yeah, lucky not to get a foul too, Brandon Davies. Can't get in foul trouble.
And that ball was not able to be caught in bounds by Cooksess. It goes back over.
Credit the Fraport defense. It's been very, very good so far, and it will just wear your opposition down. They haven't scored yet, but it's not going to be long.
Well, the dunk it goes to Bartel. He's trapped. They pass it back outside the Dornicamp, and the three-pointer from the Canadian is no good.
Yeah, Gordy Herbert won't be too pleased with that. Dornicamp's had 2 good looks. Both have missed.
And now inside to Davies. Waynes, and Waynes buries a three-pointer.
Like Quantez Robertson got sucked in too much. Brandon Davies is a good post player, probably the best player in the game.
He actually played for Elan Chalon last year, and it just didn't work with him here. And boy, has he made a difference to Varese. Now over to Dornekamp, another three for him, and this time another one off the rim. He's wide open.
Yeah, Herbert be looking for a replacement right there. That's 3 in a row he's missed. He's looking over to the bench. I think he'll be on a time substitution. Now this starting five will get about 5 minutes, and the subs will come in.
Puts the ball on the deck and over to Cooks's. Wayne's at the line. Good, and he's heating up.
And Malik Wayne's wide open for the 3, and then just saw the big man Dornekamp coming at him. Said, I'm just going to take you off the dribble. Nice and easy jump shot.
Now the pass inside, and a good answer. That's
Robertson. Super pass from Dornekamp.
Oh, that might be an unsportsmanlike.
It's going to be close. I don't think the referees will call it at this stage of the game, but as 2 arms definitely go around him. Watch. There's one. No, probably just the one.
You're right. I think it looked worse from this angle, but then when you look at it on the replay, he was definitely going for the ball.
Always fought against Shalon, Jeff, that Wright and Waynes are such a powerful asset to bring into a game.
Well, we talked about it. What would happen if Fraport Skyliners did not have a good start? And they have not had a good start. They got away with it last night.
I like the pace that Varese are playing at. You know, they're taking 3 seconds to get the ball from one end of the floor to the foul line to the other end. That's always good signs.
Oh, they find inside, and Voigtman goes up.
Varese's defense expecting the pick across the lane, and wide open. Don't often see that.
Waynes, and he turns it over. He left his feet thinking he was making the pass to Davies.
Jeff, there's no need for Wayne to get into that situation because he's guarded by Voigtman. Look, Voigtman's going to show on him. You got to drive on him. If you're not going to shoot it, drive on him. Got faked out.
Inside, and Cooks another rebound. Now Wright, and Dornekamp missed the foul.
For a moment, they had 5-on-4 with Jordan Theodore on the floor after his layup. Quick foul coming here from Aaron Dornekamp. Here comes the subs, Mike Morrison, the ever-ebullient Mike Morrison. You can't put this guy down, that's for sure. This could be a big factor in the game, Morrison coming in.
Where Little comes into the game as well.
I thought Little's introduction in the semi-final the other night was key for this Fraport team as well. They looked very strong with 3 guards on the floor.
Now Davies goes up, looks at the ref to think as if he got hit, but the referee was right there, didn't see anything. Theodore now. Dances around up top. Bartel. And Kanger a little bit slow to get into position there.
Oh, Danny Bartel just went hard there. Nobody was stopping it. Look at this drive. Low center of gravity. Kanger a little late getting there.
Campani comes in for Kanger.
Well, now Bartel puts the ball on the floor, Jeff. If he picks up, if Campani picks up Bartel, that could be a little bit of a problem for him.
Bartel hands it off to Theodore. And the three-pointer from Theodore is short. Now Wright in the open floor. Goes right to the basket, and it's the right stuff once again.
That's a tough shot. Chris Wright just very, very good. I love the way he gets it down the floor. It's speed. Here he comes, turns the corner on Theodore. Nice friendly roll at the rim, too.
So very confident start for Varese.
Hey, we got to get back and support the
Herbert now
ball.
is going to talk to his team.
No,
Let's
but
hear
if
what
he
he has to
drives,
say.
you got to play the ball 100%. Stay on the ball. 2 guys. All right, the big guys support. Hey, same thing. Danilo, you got to be in there, foot on the nail. I mean, he hasn't even made 1 a game. Okay, you got to help stop the ball. Too much balls in the key. Hey, listen, we got good shots. We got good shots on the offensive end. We'll make them. Okay, but we got to get our defense straight right now. We can't worry about shots down here. Let's go.
Jeff Gordy Herbert more concerned with the transition defense, and it goes back to the...
Real quick, there's Henrik Detman, the Finland coach.
Yeah, he's
good friends with Herbert, I think.
Yeah, in the house. And what a great coach he is, too. But go back to what Herbert said about transition defense, which John has alluded to. Chris Wright finding ways of getting into that lane, and all Herbert's saying is you've got to pick it up early, you've got to stop the ball in between the foul line and the halfway line, then it doesn't get in the paint and it doesn't cause any problems for him.
Oh, Little's got it. Bartel runs through the lane. Now he's got it against Campani. What will he do? He's going to go right at him. Pump fake, spins, takes a tough shot. Campani can't do much more than that. And great defense from the Italian.
It was indeed from Luca Campani.
Behind the back pass there from Waynes. Now right. Campani for 3. And Morrison with the rebound. They need an injection of energy from Mr. Morrison. Here's Theodore, gets the lane, gets it to Morrison, and goes up and draws the foul.
I don't know what Mike Morris is doing. Clutch faking as he goes up. He goes up strong and just dunks it. What's this? He catches, brings it up, then brings it down.
Cavaliero is going to come into the game for Wright. Cavaliero has come back from a shoulder injury this year.
Phil Scrubb's in the game too. Good shooter. Canadian.
Of English extraction.
Yeah, and I understand his father was born in Oxford.
You understand that because you interrupted him during the warm-ups and you asked him. You got a mean look from the physio.
The physio wasn't happy.
So, Voigtman at the line. Remember, he was key the other night in the 4th quarter. Basically, if Voigtman did not play to his potential in that 4th quarter the other night, Fraport would have been playing in the 3rd place game. He was that crucial against BC Hennessy. And he makes both free throws. Now, Morrison has actually had to leave the game. Now, that's an interesting substitution. I'm not going to suggest anything, but he goes out of the game. Morrison, who obviously about as free throw challenged as they become in European basketball, and was replaced by Voigtman, who made both free throws. So Morrison getting his eye looked at. Be interesting to see when he comes back into the game.
Looks like Little's got this foul, and 9 has come. And he gets a great pass from Brandon Davies here. Love a big man that can pass the ball. Little just cramped him out. Surprised that wasn't given close to being a shooting foul, Jeff.
3.5 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. And Scrub out on Waynes. Get a little more pressure on the guards. Campani tries to get to Davies. And Davies not quite as influential so far as he was the other night.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they get him isolated in that low post a couple of times and see what he can do.
But he really hasn't needed to be as influential yet.
No.
Cavaliero puts it up, misses everything, and Cooks has almost grabbed the rebound for a quick putback attempt. Now Little. So Scrub and Fraport Skyliners with a chance to get it closer. Bartel gets it inside to Voigtman. And Voigtman follows up his own miss.
Yeah, nice little high-low action. That's something that Varese will have to sort out. I'm not sure why they got so undersized down there.
And Waynes gets some space. And Voigtman with the rebound. Voigtman, you can see the towering presence is starting to make that presence felt.
He is so big. 16.7 rebounds in the semifinal.
He's a youngster as well. Here's Bartel for three. Go! Tie game!
Well, at last they hit one from the perimeter, and Danny Bartel is the one that gets there, not the guy that's going to shoot the most in a game, that's for sure, but at least they've got one now.
Here's Cooks, hands it off to Campani. He's left open, it's online, and it's good!
He started jogging back on D as soon as that left his hand. Big man with a big touch.
Now Voigtman, Bartel looks like he maybe got away with a push, but he puts it up.
Wow, they're just throwing high-low passes left, right. That's got to be the third or fourth time they've looked at that.
Now Campani finds Cavaliero, goes baseline, hands it off to Davies. He takes a bump, no call, no make, but they get the ball back. Cooks is for three. Davies with a follow. And it's Scrub with the rebound. No look pass to Voigtman, and Fraport have the lead for the first time in the game. And quite rightly, I think Paolo Moretti is looking over and saying, why is there no call on Davies going to the basket? But this right here is a thing of beauty. Scrub on the fast break to Voigtman. Look at that, no look. And Voigtman says, thank you very much.
Oh, that was a thread-the-needle pass. Anything wrong with that pass? Slightly, that would have been picked off. But that is Moretti now just trying to settle things down, Jeff.
Voigtman's got 8 points.
Hey, number one, number two.
Yeah, certainly Moretti
three.
went over making a point.
Good job. Number
Wondering
four and number
why
five.
nothing was called.
I want to see what he wants to do against this high-low play.
We need to make a better show. If we play a flat, it's too late. It's too late.
See the three-point shooting
No,
for both teams,
infatti
1 of
è lo
6.
show. It's the show. Okay, but hey, start again to go under. Start again to go under, okay? Again, come down for Rick, okay?
Just changed his pick-and-roll defense there, Jeff. Now he's going to tell his guards to go under the screen. Because what he's saying is that because if they show a hard show, the reversal pass leaves that high-low open. And he wants to now the guards to go under the screen. Therefore, there's no switch. It will leave the jump shot wide open for Frankfurt. And then it's up to Scrub now, Klein and Little to make him pay for going under a screen. The golden rule of pick and roll is you never go under a screen because you're giving up the J. Here's the pressure from Frankfurt as well. Defensive, just doing its magic.
Well, Cooks has it, gets it to Campani, Cooks gets it back and loses it, and all you can do is salute the German defense. It was fantastic. Now Klein. Well, could be a key decision here from Moretti, as you say, give away the three, and that's going to be a charge. And Bartel has a mean look at the Bulgarian referee. Watch this.
You know, these two players were involved the last time too. Bartel driving off his left hand before. Kango not quite there. Maybe
Interestingly, he didn't step in front of him, though. He kind of went with him, and it looked like Bartel kind of lowered his shoulder.
Well, the rule is you can still move and get the charge as long as you're moving laterally and
Absolutely.
I always say the contact square in the chest, the referee needs to take a long look at it because it could be a charge.
The final Final 30 seconds of the opening quarter. Intriguing game. The final of the FIBA Europe Cup. And Hooks is left open his own line, but just offline a little. Also with the rebound.
The Varese fans want a foul. I thought Cavalieri was bumped as he turned the corner.
They'll try to hold it for one. Cavaliero. And Scrub. Gets at the line, but offensive foul has been called. Good defense from the Italian. Cavaliero. And gets the charge called on Scrub.
I thought he might have given a travel on this as well.
Yeah, he did just push off a little bit with his right arm. And Wright is able to launch it. Oh, and he makes it! Can you believe it? The three-pointer. And that is the sign of a confident player.
And the irony is he could have got around 1-2. He was fouled as he squeezed through two players.
Well, that was a costly foul that was called against Fraport right there at the end, because it gave them just enough time. Look at that. But there was no foul, definitely. That was just a great play. But you know, Herbert and his assistant coaches were frustrated that the foul was called on Scrub. So that's a potential 5-point swing. And it is a 1-point lead for Varese. And we saw this with Varese the other night. You know, in the difficult, when times became difficult, they didn't go away, did they?
13 down just before halftime, and they came right back with an 8-0 run, and that really was the game, because as soon as they got the confidence to play against Chalon in the home arena, it became a story of when and not if. I just like the idea of the Fraport defense, Jeff. I just can't see that not being a factor later in this game. It's just, I love what I saw the last 3 or 4 minutes of that first quarter. And I just think it will be something that wears down the Varese team through this game. But don't quote me.
Oh, I better turn off my microphone, my recorder. Okay, so remember that. But you know, this is the opportunity for both of these teams to say they're going to have a hugely successful season if they can win this competition. I mean, there will be a party,
absolutely,
either in Varese. I mean, look at the stats here early on. In the first, on the opening night against Elan Chalon, there's Coach Okolov of BC Hennessy. His team finished 4th. And in the Piazza, the Grand Piazza of Varese, there were a lot of fans, hundreds of fans, piling into the Piazza to watch the big screen.
And there may not be many people at work tomorrow in Varese if they win tonight as well, because it's going to be celebrations in that same Piazza, waiting for these guys to get home on the 5-hour journey, possibly.
Now, Ferrero has checked in. We talked about him and how he's kind of risen through the ranks, number 21, showing everybody that anything is possible as long as you keep working hard.
Played at all the levels, I understand, too, I think, through the leagues.
Absolutely. I mean, it didn't start in the second division or third, but even below.
Aaron Dornekamp picks up a needless foul. I think he's just pushing his man. Kango's fighting through. Dornekamp's with him, maybe. Kango just...
Well, I tell you, Kango fouled out the other night. And he is a player that gets under the skin of the opponents.
Looked like he did there with Dornekamp.
But then again, you'd say the same about Dornekamp. Kangor over to Campani. It's good. But they're going to call an offensive foul. They're going to count the basket, but they're going to call the foul.
Cavaliero, I think, under the bucket, just giving Scrub a little bit of a nudge.
Are they going to count the basket?
Yeah, I think so. They got to.
They're going to wait to hear the referee. They haven't registered the points on the board yet.
I don't understand that at all. It's sideline ball, Jeff. They've waved it off. That's Moretti can't understand it. He wants clarification. I've never seen that. That's always counts.
Klein for 3. Now the long rebound out to right. Triggers the break. He gets inside, puts it up to Kanger. And that's what they do. They run when they get a chance.
Yeah, you don't stop Chris Wright, the electric Wright, I tell you. He's just one end to the other in a blink of an eye.
Here's Ferreira on the ball, and Little back to the 3-point lead now for Varese. Scrub. Over to Dornekamp. Klein to Dornekamp. Great play, Fraport, and Dornekamp puts it up and in.
How many points have they scored in the paint? Morrison was wide open. They waved him off, but Dornekamp got the eventual pass.
Well, Wright is making that defense work, but this is a good Fraport defense. They're helping. Here's Wright. Oh, finds Cavallero open. And Kanger gets inside, but did he go? No, they're going to call the foul on Fraport.
Dornekamp again, 42. Just a little illegal nudge on Kanger. You talked about the Christian Kanger effect. Look, there he is pushing Dornekamp. Wow, Jeff.
That's kind of...
Kanger pulled back Dornekamp by the arm.
That's a bit harsh on Dornekamp, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think the referees may have missed something there.
Oh, look at Kanger diving on the floor.
MVP effort, Jeff.
It really is. Cavallero. And there he is again, tapping it back out. Now Wright for three. And he is fouled by Morrison attempting the three.
And Morrison committed that same error in the semifinals. I remember, rebound, turnover, then he fouled a three-point shooter. He's got to know that if you're closing out, you close out to one side. You don't close out straight at the shooter.
But how about Kanger? Diving on the floor, maybe not rebounding it, but tapping it, those extra effort plays.
Doing everything, doing everything.
So Wright makes it. I'm not sure that score was right that you were just looking at. I just saw it. Should be 19-17 right now in favor of Varese. That's right. That's correct.
Yep.
Well, they're really registering the points up there, aren't they? Getting dizzy watching that.
Not sure what score is. 20-17 we got here. There you go.
That's the correct one. So he got fouled. He's made the first one, but he makes just one of three. Now remember that point with 8:15 to go. A missed opportunity for Varese. Just one of three free throws. And Morrison gets it back and travels. Mogul, Turkish referee.
And you know what? That's got to go with Scrub. Scrub was got to read the play. Wide open was John Little on this corner. His man had sucked in. See, there's the man down picking up the charge. He's guarding John Little. John Little's wide open on the left of your screen. You can't see him.
Now Kanger. And then Klein picks up a foul.
Jeff, this is how defensive teams play. Defensive teams play a little dirty, a little niggly. That's exactly what Fraport. What's this little knock on Kanger as he goes round? Now maybe a bit of theatrics.
Like he reached to get around him, he put his left hand on his shoulder, maybe.
Defensive teams will get after you. They'll make sure they hold you a little bit through the lane. A lot of fighting defensive teams.
Now Kanger steps inside the arc and hits the jump shot.
Wow, my word, he's the best player on the floor right now for Varese, even though Wright's the leading scorer.
Well, he's making the hustle plays, that's for sure.
That clock is wrong, Jeff. I'm not sure what's going on with our scoreboard here. There's 7.5 minutes left.
And the ball goes inside, and Martel with the follow.
I tell you, Bartel and Voigtman, there's such a big, powerful 4 and 5 in there for Fraport.
Now the pass into the corner. So yeah, there should be 7 minutes on the clock right now, and second quarter. Cavallero gets inside, puts it up at the line. Tough shot for him. And that's a sign of the Fraport defense making life difficult, forcing that kind of shot.
Voigtman, oh crap, what a travel. They should have got one too. Oh, Varese, 400, 500, 600 of them, throws in one. little shuffle of the feet, little 1-2 step from Voigtman. Here he catches the ball, watch his feet. There, he's
Texas two-step.
get the music out.
I think if Voigtman catches it down low, there's no stopping him for this team. That's where they've got to put him. They've got to put him on the low block.
And you know, he's not a back to the basket finesse player. He's a player that will get you down low and just go hard to the hoop.
Now go, break. They're going to stay under the pick. They get it to Bartel. Bartel goes at Campani back outside. Oh, he didn't stay under. Here we go. And nevertheless, Varese off and running. I heard a whistle, but nobody stopped. Wright went out to chase Klein, and I was thinking it was, here we go, Campani now for 3. And the Varese fans get on their feet again. Their team back in front by 5.
Well, Campani had 16 in game 1. Jeff, he's hit some good numbers now. I think he has 7 for the game so far.
He's a good player. He's the best player you never heard of if you're not from Italy.
Yeah. There's the Voigtman effect. Just backs him down on the right hand. You got to try and keep him out in the middle. Oh, Kangur just been threatened with a technical foul or something. There you see the replay of Voigtman.
And they do the right thing by taking him out of the game. And now, there you go, Mogulcock is telling Varese why he's threatening with a technical. Did you see what it was?
If he's threatened with the technical, it must be something to do with a flop.
Okay.
That's all I can, because it was down on the offensive end. The referee pointed down on the offense.
Well, Theodore gets it over to Quantes Robinson. Theodore and Robinson have been quiet. Alley-oop pass to Voigtman. And the ball, I thought it went off of Bartel, but it must have glanced off of a Varese player.
Yeah, I think Voigtman would have preferred that closer to the rim so he could flush it. I think he felt he was too far away, no elevation. Here we're going to get the replay. Now, what's happened is we get good angle on this. Too low for him.
Maybe it went off Campani. The right comes out. Puts us back into the game. There's some of the Fraport fans.
Yeah, big time there for Malik Waynes to take the control the right had before him.
Voigtman for 3. And Bartel with the rebound.
He's immense, Jeff.
Here's Voigtman inside. And that's where I think you have to have it. And now Gordon Herbert's having words with the baseline referee, asking him why he didn't make the call.
Interesting, Jeff. They make sure that Brandon Davies is not the one they're posting up low. It's Luca Campani, although Davies comes over. That is the 5th or 6th time they've looked at that high-low option. It's something they like to work at, they're good at.
Oh, Voigtman breaks it. And it remains a 5-point lead for Varese.
Just trying to work a little play there for Brandon Davies. He's not seen the ball on the low post. It'd be good to at least test the water, see what he's going to come up with. Almost an easy play to defend, too. If you've got somebody like Voigtman in there to bump him around, move him off the block.
Waynes right after the shot clock. Davies keeps it alive and has it knocked away by Robertson.
Beautiful play for Robinson.
Theodore explodes and Davies comes back and gets a little revenge.
Anyone for volleyball, says Brandon Davies. That was flying.
Boy, that is what you call hustle.
Here we go. Block of the night coming up here.
Goodness me. That is definitely
so good. We're going to see it twice. Oh, 3 times. Come on.
Not in my
house, yeah. Looks better than every time I see it.
Then he takes him out. Robertson has it.
Zone for Varese here now. Frankfurt has shot miserably tonight, so they might need a big shot to open up this zone.
Scrub for three. And Campani. Over to Wings. Over to Cookses. Banger battling down low with Robertson. And Cookses. And almost stolen by Theodore. Now only 6 on the shot clock. Waynes goes past out to Campani for three. And Cookses bats it out to Voigtman, who has it off to Scrub. Davies getting ready to come back in. Voigtman. He's got Campani on his back, puts it up. Well, wow. You know, I've seen Campani play excellent defense in that low post. But your point about Voigtman perhaps not being the polished back to the basket player.
That was on a plate for him, on a plate.
Wide open, Cavaliero, go!
I tell you what, Jeff, Frankfurt's offense will kill them in the end. It'll hurt them. Little shots, big shots, and just not dropping anything. But look at this from Cavaliero. High up into the sky and nothing but net.
I think I heard the shouts of Andiamo coming from the stands.
Oh. Andiamo's pretty good.
Or Yamo.
Wherever
various
you're from.
ways.
Yeah. I know.
Well, the good news for Fraport, they've got a long way to go, but they're down.
Hey, guys, gotta see the snap. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Snap. Hey, we can't make mistakes. Hey, we gotta fight. I mean, Phil had to help, then they make that pass. Hey, we gotta really talk. Okay? And if they go snap, back it up. Because if we go up here, they come way out here. Hey, I'll help you out. Snap. Hey, listen. Hey, we're in a 3-possession game. We haven't made a shot. All right, we're fine. We're fine. We got to fight through it right now. Hey, we got to fight through it. Hey, four-side Bob. Four-side Bob for Joe.
I love that.
Okay? Hey, come out here because they're switching it.
We're down
Make
9, but we're in a
pass,
3-possession
cut to the
game.
corner.
We're okay. We haven't made a
here,
shot
come
yet.
underneath, come up.
I
Hey,
mean, it's
look
true,
for the
isn't it?
post up.
It just goes to show you how quickly things can turn around, and sometimes
Well, he's done an 8-point game, to be honest, but
sometimes you've got to. Yeah, you're right, actually.
I wonder if Gordie Herbert might just look to change the tempo of the game. His defense in the half court works fine. Maybe extend it a bit, maybe just change things up a little bit on the defense, because the offense will take care of itself if they make shots, but they need to get different looks sometimes to make those changes.
A scrub. Played for Canada last year at the FIBA Americas Championship. Here's Robertson. Bartel. Over to Theodore. Wide open, is on line, but is short.
Yeah, wide open three again. I thought Bartel might have had a shot himself. He's hit one already. Didn't want to take it. Cooks is lining to get his own shot here. He's wide open too.
Well, they'd like to get something from their defense if they can. Turn defense into offense. Kangur for the shot clock, and good play from Robertson. And the block has been called on Kangur, and that's called taking one for the team.
Oh, absolutely, Jeff. You know, that's not even a strategic foul. That's like, I'm getting in your way. I might get the call even. And should you got the call? Maybe. What's this? Is this square in the chest? Maybe just didn't get there quick enough. And
that's a tough man right there.
Oh, my goodness me. What does he give for the team?
And you can see why last year Estonia gave some teams some hard times in the Eurobasket. There you have Robertson, though. He's looks confident, playing with some intensity. And second free throw is good. Now,
Robertson didn't score the semi-final, Jeff. He's got 4 points now. It'd be good to see him get going. Is that change of defense I mentioned, Jeff? It's a 1-1-2 up the floor. Trapping. This is exactly right from Herbert, too. Mix it up a little bit.
It's interesting, Moretti got Kanger out of the game with the 2 fouls. Caballero now. 7 on the shot clock. And Ferrero misses. Now scrub, another opportunity for Fraport. Robertson for 3. And Cooks. Good job getting the rebound now. Ferrero over to an open Caballero. And Davies keeps it alive, but Voigtman with the rebound. Another chance for Fraport.
Well, it's a 6-point game. They've got possession. They just missed one shot. That change of defense might be something that sparks their offense.
Now Theodore puts up a very difficult shot and makes it.
And they're going to go away from the press here. They're going to pick up full court. So go back and play man-to-man on this defensive set. There's a shot from Jordan again. Theodore again.
1:45 remaining in the first half. Cooks back to Davies. Oh, unselfish play. Davies gets it inside to Ferrero.
Brandon Davies is just class. Jeff, he's class. He had an open jump shot. A couple of times now we've seen him make that quick pass down low.
I'll tell you, Moretti really preaches making the extra pass, finding the open man, and you can see it. Theodore, and good leg there from Caballero.
Yeah, Phil Scrubb was wide open. His defense had sucked in. That pass was always going to be counted, but Voigtman had caught it anyway.
Your point, though, about this Varese team wearing down, keep an eye on that. Still late in the first half now. Theodore. Right, just back into the game. And tough drive and tough follow from Bartel.
He always wanted to go baseline. He's always looking to set up Chris Wright baseline. He got there eventually. And a good follow from Bartel.
What a great FIBA Europe Cup final. What a great Final Four. What a great place to have in Chalon, France. This place is terrific, folks. Davies left his feet, makes the pass right, long 3. Voigtman goes up, does a good job of getting the rebound. Robertson. Scrub puts it up. And good hustle from Bartel, but he couldn't bring it down. Final 24 seconds. Will they hold it? It's about a 5-second differential on the game clock. So it looks like they're going to try to hold it. And he should start getting into his move now. 4 seconds on the shot clock. 3, 2. Waynes gets inside, puts it up, and execution to perfection. Theodore. And takes it early. Oh, and we almost had, for the second straight quarter, a buzzer-beating long jump shot. Varese, they lead it 31-25 at halftime.
Yeah, scoreline 31-25. Jeff Varese. How quick was Malik Waynes to the hoop on that last shot? Just got it off before the buzzer. I mean, it was timed to perfection. Here you play, look, through the legs once. He just went at it. Got a nice friendly roll before Voigtman could come over and try and block the shot. Super play. As soon as he went through the legs, he had Bartel scrambling around defensively.
Well, they're a well-organized team. They know what they want, and right now they're getting it. And the only thing I'd say is you look at these stats here at halftime. 31-25. I mean, really, the game is kind of being played at the tempo of Fraport Skyliners.
Now look at the 1 for 11 3-point shooting. If they were anything on song tonight, Fraport from the 3-point line, or if they get going early in the second half, Varese may have some problems.
But you've got Christopher Wright with the 10 points leading the way. Danilo Bartel with the 9 points, and Voigtman has got the 8 points for Fraport.
That's important, Jeff, because they started 4 and 5 positions. So the bigs of Fraport are doing all the work. That's bad news for Varese because it tells you they can get inside that defense fairly easily with that high-low pass being so effective.
31-25 at halftime. It's Varese on top of Fraport Skyliners. Well, as you look at Jeremy Hazel's latest sweater, breaking out the red, white, and blue, the stars and stripes. We saw what he wore a couple of days ago. Now he's quite the fashionista. We have got a 31-25 lead at halftime for Varese over Fraport. Here's Fraport Skyliners coach Gordon Hayward. No signs of panic, obviously. Just a couple of baskets, a couple three-pointers down. But
there's Joe and
they
Ted,
got to make.
ball.
Do they have to make some changes, or have they just got to make some shots?
Come off it. Key, Jeff, is going to be making some shots, and
come off it.
You know, 1 for 11 from the three-point line. They've had some open looks.
Boom. Come hard.
It's just not dropping, but you never know. Second half they come out, and it could be a different story. I'm still can't take my eye off Jeremy Hazel's stars and stripes outfit.
Now you stay. Hey, come off, Joe.
Jeremy Hazel plays for Ilan Chalon, the host team here in the Final Four of the FIBA Europe Cup, and his team won earlier tonight.
We got to move the ball.
They beat BC Hennessy to clinch third place. So who's going to lift the title? That's the question. Will it be this Fraport team that a lot of people were expecting to win it, perhaps, or will it be? Well, there's the Fraport fans. The Fraport fans think they're going to win it. Or will it be Varese, a team that has really just looked good so far in the 6 quarters that they have played at this Final Four? They just seem to have guys that step up to make plays at the right time.
Yeah, I think Fraport are going to have to get the goods going offensively. They're going to win this game.
Well, welcome back to Chalon, France. The second half is underway of the FIBA Europe Cup Final Four. And immediately a turnover to start proceedings here for Fraport Skyliners.
You know, I like the idea, but Voigtman was so far away from the three-point line to make that pass. It's just too much to do.
Chris Wright over to Kuxis, and Kuxis misses. So that's one good thing for Fraport, is that Kuxis hasn't been able to get on track tonight. Now Bartel. 4-17 for Varese from three-point range. Now Bartel goes right at Davies, and he is denied. And what can you say about Davies and his defense? And he got some help, I think, by Kuxis as well.
Jeff, you're going to go up against someone like Brandon Davies. You cannot give him the chance to recover defensively. Now you've got him in a bad position. Now you come back and give him the chance to go and block his shot.
Kanger in the game. Now Waynes over to right. Kanger puts the ball on the deck and loses it as he goes up, but it was it went off of Theodore, I think, or a little.
A lot of fans think that Kango's knocked this out himself, and I don't see much argument for the Frankfurt players, but
right inbounds it to Davies, and Davies tries to go all the way, and Bartel holds his ground, does a good job. Theodore goes up, and this time he's denied. Now Wright, and he is fouled by Bartel at midcourt to stop the fast break.
You know, Jeff, they should almost let that play, let that go. You know, and it was obviously a foul that's meant to be given up intentionally. If the guy dribbling the ball can get through it.
Good D by Little, not allowing Waynes to get the ball. And Kuxis has to watch out for Robertson. And Kuxis, what would you say, fortunate to get a foul there?
Well, Quantes Robertson, I think, is the one that's reached from behind. There's 23. Now watch him with his right arm, is it? A little slap with the left arm. He got a lot of ball, mind you.
Yeah, I thought he did pretty well.
And you know what, the defense has recovered too. He wasn't going to come up with an easy shot, Kuxis.
Well, Paolo Moretti knows his team can't relax for a second against this Fraport team. They have got to keep it going. They make 1 of 2.
How many free throws we've seen today hit both sides of the rim and just rattle out.
Already just looked up at the heavens. They're 6 of 9 at the line. Fraport 4 of 6. A nice cut to the basket, Voigtman, and Voigtman couldn't knock it down, and those Varese players around for the rebound. Oh, tough pass for Waynes to Davies, and now Robertson the other way. Thought about the three. Theodore will take the three, and it's good! Finally, a three-pointer falls for Frankfurt.
Yeah, poor pass from Malik Waynes to Brandon Davies on the run, round about his legs, no chance of catching it, and then made to pay from Theodore.
Now to Davies, he goes up and is blocked by Voigtman.
Had to pump fake, you had to put a pump fake in.
Theodore again. And Kanger with the rebound, gets it up the right. He's up on the fast break. And he goes down. He looked to me like he tried to sell the foul, to be honest.
Jeff, there's two things happened here. A is a foul, and B, it's off Chris Wright last of all.
Oh, that's definitely a foul. Well, there's definitely a collision. Great play by Voigtman, but like you said, there was no pump fake.
What I don't understand about that is were the other two referees expecting the lead ref to pick it up?
Kanger, the long jump shot, good! The three-pointer from Christian Kanger, and they get that three right back.
And Voigtman just buried his head in his chest. He couldn't believe that went down.
Theodore.
More
Now
contact.
the rebound, Cooks.
More contact, Jeff, not called.
Over to Waynes. Oh, another three! The three-pointer! And Gordon Herbert is going to chew out the referees. Won't know why nothing was called at the other end.
Check this pass out from Chris Wright. It's like a rugby pass in the air, and he slips. There it is, the scrum after the outside half drills the three.
I mean, look at this. Precision. I mean, he just did not make a bad pass there, did he?
Sorry, I wasn't watching the game, Jeff.
38-28.
I think we just go fourth side.
And their biggest lead of the game. And right now, Varese looking like a team that just isn't going to be denied.
Hey, we're trying to do too much by ourselves right now. Hey, stay focused. We got to do it together. We got to play together. We got to get some ball movement. If things break down, we got to keep playing. We got to keep playing. We can't give up those kind of shots. All right? Hey. Listen, 5 down with the sprint. Next offense, 5 down me. Let's go.
So look at the stats. 7 to 3 in this quarter. 2 of 3 for Varese from three-point range.
Gordy Herbert's just looking for something to click his team into gear. I'm not sure it's going to come, Jeff, because he wants his offense to get going. They're not making shots. And defensively now, all they're throwing at Varese. Varese's just hit back-to-back threes to open up this lead.
Well, Little tries to get to Voigtman, and Davies does a good job of defending in that low post.
And really, that's all they've had that's of any success, that high-low pass, and that's been negated. Tougher defense from Varese.
No, Dornekamp, Morrison, Klein are going to check into the game. There's no scrub. So Morrison, Dornekamp, and Scrub are going to come in. Out to Waynes, behind the three-point arc, and it rattled out. So they dodged the bullet in Fraport.
Oh, that would have been a real killer if that one dropped down.
Voigtman open, he can hit that shot, good! Let's see if that gets them going. They've had a couple of threes now here in the third quarter.
Hit a big one and 2 nights ago, didn't he? And you know what? He second-guessed himself. Was he going to pass it? Was he going to shoot it? And plenty of time, though.
Kanger. Over to a wide-open right, good!
Well, a game that wasn't kicking off the first half, all of a sudden, what's that? Is that 5 threes this third period alone?
tell you, this is a supremely focused Varese team. Look at that, 7 of 21 from three-point range. They're looking for the open man. They're making the open passes. Making the extra pass, rather. Now, Robertson misses. Waynes quickly back to Wright. And Wright somehow gets it up, but he called for the travel.
The best move of the night. Gets called for a travel. He made the shot. Makes all the contact. And then gets called for a travel. It was indeed a good call. Nice play from Waynes here to spot Wright. Look at this. The contact and drops in the hoop. What's the wait, Jeff? 30 years plus. Varese's last European triumph.
Well, they've still got a long way to go, 15 minutes. But right now, they've got the bit between the teeth. And Voigtman has it knocked away by Kuxis. And Waynes goes behind his back and is fouled by Scrub.
Yeah, I'd say 30 years they've been waiting. They're not going to worry about waiting another 14 minutes of this game, that's for sure. But right now, do you fancy Fraport to make a comeback? Now you see the replay of
certainly not on this
Scrub's foul, yeah.
But Fraport needs some inspiration. Voigtman comes out, Morrison comes in. I think Robertson and Theodore are two players, perhaps, in this situation that you look to kind of create. And Campani comes in.
And look at that. Voigtman goes out, Davies goes out. So they're getting equal amounts of break. I think it's a big couple of minutes here for Mike Morrison.
Waynes back to Kangor. And a rare mistake.
I think the pass was to Campani. It was a little over the top. Campani then decided to let it go.
There's a chance for the Germans. Theodore. Robertson, he's open, he passes it up and decides to take the high percentage shot.
Tough move to Quintez Robertson. Again, he missed that same shot a minute or so ago.
These guards now are tough to contain. Campani gets inside, and Morrison holds his ground. Now Wright, 6 on the shot clock, Wright, and again, almost a turnover. A good job from the Frankfurters.
Yeah, Chris Wright is just a tough competitor.
Kuxis gets inside and a foul. They give that away off the inbounds.
Almost an and one, and the ball was hanging on that ring. Scrub just gets caught out here, hanging on to Kuxis. Just can't quite beat him for the cut. Unbelievably, he's given it 2 shots.
Instead, they get 14 seconds on the shot clock. Dornekamp guarding Kangor. Watch that matchup. Waynes gets around and he goes straight to the basket. And the contain on Waynes and Wright, it's almost impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, Mike Morrison shows on the pick and roll, and Waynes just kills him for speed.
Now they hold their ground, and here's Wright again in the open floor. This time, he goes hard to the basket. And good job, Dornekamp.
Wow, yeah, you'd say Wright caused all that contact, so Dornekamp tried to stay out of trouble.
But Wright's got a strong upper body. He's not going to give anything away going to the rim.
Referees decide to call that one ultra close as Waynes picks up the foul. Theodore's going to sit down. There's the contact that the referees didn't like. I mean, we've seen a lot more contact in this game, not cool. Having to make your own mind up on this one. Great defense from the Canadian.
Yeah, absolutely. So Waynes now and Cavaliero are in the backcourt for Varese. Wright takes a seat to take a breather. Scrub. Scrub gets inside. He's short.
A lot of dribbling there from Phil Scrub. Not necessarily the shot he would have wanted either.
Campani being guarded by Dornekamp. Three-point attempt is no good, but the long rebound out to Kuxis. Find beginning of the game, guarding Waynes. Cook says, good D from Scrub. Now he's out on the break. It's a 2-on-1. Is he going to give it back? Yes, he does. And Klein. And what was the call there?
Foot call. So I've never seen that call. The pass was to his feet. The referee said you control it with your feet. Phil Scrub decides to go one-on-one to the hoop. It's not the best stops. He's got no idea who's to his right. Yes, he does now.
Unbelievable. How did they not come away with something on that break?
I just think you look at games like this, Jeff, and nothing's going your way. It's not your day, possibly.
Now Davies back in the game. He's got it. And offensive foul, Campani pushing off Dornekamp.
Tough angle to make that pass. It's such a long distance. The ball's got to travel. Look at this. Campani pushes off too easy for the refs to call that one.
But if Fraport can't score, which has been the problem, doesn't matter. They've got to get some offense from somebody. Scrub. Little runner. Short. Campani bats it to Kuxas. And the confidence just isn't there right now for this Fraport team. And Dornekamp picks up another foul. So Dornekamp,
15 foul, two. That'll be 2 shots, yeah.
That's his 4th.
It's a frustrating night for Aaron Dornekamp.
He's a three-point weapon. He's a scrapper.
Jeff, on the floor right now for Fraport, they've only got 2 players that have scored in the game. 2 for Dornekamp and 6 for Robertson. The other 3 players on the floor have not scored. I'm not sure Cody Herbert's got the right players on the floor right now. He needs points.
Well, you've got Ferrero back in for Moretti's team. And he again scratches his head, seeing some missed free throws. You've got Davies. Challenging. So now it's an 11-point lead. And it has been agonizing for this Fraport team so far, but they're still in it. Plenty of time. Klein. Martell wide open.
Not even close, was it? Wide open. Not even close.
Now right. It's to Davies. And Davies pushed by Morrison.
How fortunate is Mike Morrison that didn't drop in. That should have hit both sides of the rim. Brandon Davies with his left arm.
And they could be facing their largest deficit of the night if these go in. And Moretti knows over there on the Varese sidelines that these points can be valuable. They, on the free throw line, have missed a few tonight. 7 of 12. Now 8 of 13. And it's a 12-point lead. Scrub puts up a 3. Good! Maybe that'll trigger the comeback.
He had 2 big ones in the semi, and that's a huge one there. First scoring shot for him tonight.
Wright gets it off to Campani. Wright's got it back. Wright, oh, he just kind of lost it. Oh, that's a tough break for Fraport because Wright just kind of lost possession. Bartel did a good job of getting in position.
Just see who touches this last. I'm not sure it isn't. Well, who knows? Referee just
could have gone either way.
Judgment there.
And it's that type of call really where things just aren't going your way.
Hey,
Nevertheless, that last 3 got to within 9. Let's hear what Coach Moretti says.
Luca is, okay, back screen, ma qua, Luca, qua, okay, Davis and Ferrero, okay, qua. Guarda.
Waynes has the 12 points, leading the scoring for Varese. Interesting team, isn't it?
Yeah, I think with Wright and Waynes, they're such a powerful backcourt. They make a lot of things. They can both score and they can both distribute. Therefore, it takes a lot of pressure off the bigs inside. But you've got someone like Brandon Davies and Luca Campani backing up. They're a tough team to play against.
1, 2, 3.
Well, the good news for Fraport is they're only trailing by 9, and there's 7 seconds on the shot clock. So they can play defense here, but they don't want to give away anything on the inbounds. Right, he's going to explode to the basket. Cavaliero comes out. Scrub reaches in, 3 on the shot clock. Cavaliero makes the pass to Davies, and he got the dunk right at the end of the shot clock. Execution to perfection.
A nice pass too. Defense collapses slightly, just gets there too late. I think it was Klein in the end.
Robertson rather misses, but a good follow from Morrison.
Morrison does something exceptional for once. That's a nice play for him. That's what he is, a player around the hoop on missed shots.
Another pass into the corner. Ferrero drives in, has a shot blocked by Bartel.
But hurry up, we got 8 seconds.
Final seconds ticking off of the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Robertson over to Bartel in the corner, and it's short. And they just cannot buy the basket that they want to hit right now. It's awfully tough for Fraport. They've got 10 minutes remaining. But we're just not seeing the signs, are we, of the comeback?
No, but there's every now and again you think something's going to happen for Gordy Herbert's team that's going to make them tick. It did the other night. I think the 4th quarter will be...
but this Varese team is better.
I don't know, Jeff.
Better than Hennessy, I mean.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And there's no doubt about that. I just think there's maybe a sting in the tail of this one. We haven't quite foreseen the first 30 minutes.
Well, the old scorpion theory. Well, we shall see. I'll tell you, I think Paolo Moretti must be raising eyebrows with his performance this season, because his guys seem to be in the right places at the right times.
Jeff, and you know what? Paolo Moretti, head coach, he's coaching a team that has a history of nearly 50 years. I mean, what a feeling that must, what a burden. And you cannot argue with what he is about to achieve if they win this game. So 10 minutes stands between him and achieving something that this club has not achieved for 30+ years, a European title. It comes down to that.
Well, Varese 8 of 13 at the line. That's not helping him at this stage. Turnover, not really a problem. 8 second chance points for Frankfurt, for Fraport Skyliners. 11 fast break points for Varese. I'll tell you, that, you know, what's really come through in this tournament is that you realize, talking to these players and coaches who lost, Elan, Chalon, and BC Hennessy, is that they went through an entire season of practices, getting on planes, traveling all over the place.
What was it Coach Choulet said? Going to countries I didn't even know existed.
That's right. And you don't then want to just throw it all away at the Final Four.
No. Yeah.
But just as Chalon struggled against Varese, so are Frankfurt. Offensive foul. Well, right back.
Will the defense really have an effect at Frankfurt? They just played hard-nosed. And you know what? As a coach, you love a team that really loves to play defense. And this Fraport team love to play the D.
I didn't see it on Davies, but inside and Robertson, and that could be the shot. Robertson getting inside. The chance for an and one. Boy, that is huge.
And we haven't seen this all game. A little post up on Malik Wayne's down low. Robertson thinks he's got it, backs him down twice, and then finishes with an and one, three-point play.
They need something to spark them. Now, the body language from Robertson's been right all night, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been one guy.
Jeff Cavaliero gets 25 seconds in the fourth period, and Kuksik's back in. Something wasn't quite right that Moretti saw on defense there.
And Robertson does convert the three-point play, and all of a sudden, it's back to a 6-point game. Now Fraport need a stop. Will they give away something down low? Will they attack outside on the perimeter? Varese. Davies has the shot blocked by Morrison. He gets it over to Robertson. Robertson's off to the races. And he is fouled by Waynes.
I think a question you've got to ask yourself is, does Waynes go after him with one arm or two arms? Nobody's complaining on the floor.
What a great play by Morrison.
No, definitely just
really
the one
go,
arm.
just slowed him up. Well, you don't see Davies often get his shot blocked down on the perimeter, but Morrison is.
Oh, he plays D. That's
he's
for
blocked
sure.
a couple of shots out on the perimeter in this tournament. Now Dornicamp over to Klein. Klein goes inside. He falls down and is called for the travel.
Yeah, I think Klein will think he got some contact. He's touching his head, so something happened to Klein there. Yeah, he's got a little knock on the face. He'll come out too as let's have a look, see who got him.
Well, Kanger was there. No, I think he just lost his balance.
They're going to try and deny Chris Wright the ball. Didn't work too well there.
So a tough assignment here for Theodore. Guarding right. Kanger is out. And the bounce pass gets through Davies, but fortuitously bounces to right. And then palming is called on right.
Yeah, Chris Wright just trying to go in between the pick and roll defense and the screener.
I don't know about you, but it seems like the door is starting to open ever so slightly here.
Here's the replay. Look.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, just a little mixing to put in there with a hand. Got right underneath the ball. I agree, Jeff. Is that post up they didn't want last time?
Scrub for three. Good! Here comes Frankfurt.
Oh, my word. Now the pressure's on Varese. And the defense will now go up one extra notch. This team is buoyed with confidence.
Varese. Right.
Under pressure, Jeff.
Pass to Cooksis. Robertson on Cooksis. 3 on the shot clock. It's going to be a tough shot. He's got nowhere to go. Robertson. And the shot clock violation.
Interesting there, Jeff. The players aren't sure what to do. It was a definite rebound, a transition. Do we stop the play? Kuksik had to shoot this first of all. There's no way you put the ball on the floor.
Well, Fraport right now with the chance. They looked basically dead in the water for the majority of this game, but here they are. Morrison doesn't even look at the basket, passes it out.
He knows he's a bit frustrated, Morrison.
Theodore at the line. And now Waynes goes all the way.
Gordie Herbert says, why didn't you foul him? Phil Scrubb was the one that could have got him.
Well, that is a huge, huge swing.
Yeah, Malik Waynes is going to get this foul. Second time he's done it. The referee's saying it's the second time it's happened. He's tugged onto the shirt of Phil Scrubb as he's made the cut up top. Well spotted, the referee. Waynes sits down. He can't believe why he's sitting down.
Caballero comes back into the game. Waynes has got 4 fouls. That's why he's sitting down.
Not a smart move to hang onto somebody's shirt.
Oh, it's a big, big play. Robertson gets inside, takes the shot, and Scrub hustles in for the rebound. Now Robertson again for 3. Got it!
Phil Scrub take a bow. What an offensive rebound again. What a pass. And Quantrez Robinson did nothing on Friday. The man of the hour right now.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel that sting in the tail. Tanger.
The Scorpions walked in the door.
Caballero. 8 on the shot clock. Kanger. And are they going to call the travel or foul? They call the contact.
Good call. Good call. Slight bump from Scrub. I think he calls the contact. You're going to see a replay here. There, just enough to off balance. Kangur.
Well, Scrub now has 4 fouls. And that means Little is going to come in for him.
And that's a shame, too, because Phil Scrub has turned this game around. It's up to John Little now to feed off that.
Well, Robertson's been making shots, too, and he's still out there. Theodore's out there. They've got some playmakers out there for Fraport. They've got to get a stop here. Cooks is for 3. Oh, he picks a good time for Varese to nail one. He struggled tonight, but he takes it back up to 5.
Well, this game is coming alive just at the right moment, too.
Theodore. And Robertson has the hot hand. He's got Davies on him. Gets it back over to Theodore, who puts up a 3. That's a tough shot. And the rebound from Morrison. Instead of going back up, he wisely, I think, passes it back out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Doing all the hard work, Mike Morrison.
5 on the shot clock. Robertson again. Go! He has come to the party.
You gotta love that. Quantrez Robinson. Where was he on Friday night?
He was saving it for tonight. 15 points.
Morrison just not a. He's got to settle down. Mike Morrison gets too up in the moment. He needs to be on the floor. He needs to be the game changer for Gordy Herbert.
But Morrison now with 3 fouls. Davies takes inbounds, passes inside to Kangur. Kangur, and over to Wright for 3. He's open. It's good. Well, he's got some ice running in his veins as well.
Huge Chris Wright shot there. Kangur maybe had Brandon Davies open, but good skip pass for the guard.
14 points for Wright. Theodore. Dornicamp for 3. Good. That's more like it for Aaron Dornicamp.
Welcome to the party. Number 4-2 on his back. Dornicamp.
Everybody showing up late for the party, but it's fashionably late.
But if you're going to be late, you might as well make an impression.
Right. Great defense. No, it looked like they had him surrounded by like 4 players, but the Turkish referee spotted a foul and called it.
I think it's a good foul.
And is it on Dornicamp? If it is,
it should be on Theodore, I think.
It's not on Dornicamp. Oh, I don't know about that. I think Wright may have been bailed out.
Yeah,
well, what a tough way to leave the game. Didn't look like he was anywhere. Didn't do anything wrong.
No, he reached in. That was the thing.
He reached in, but he didn't make any contact.
I always say, you reach in, the referees have to make a decision. And you know, I'm right with you, Jeff. He probably didn't make the foul.
Well, it's tough for them because he also just knocked down a 3-pointer.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, you've got to fight through adversity if you're going to be a champion. And certainly right now, both of these teams are facing plenty of adversity. And Frankfurt now, Gordy Herbert Varese fans are a little quiet. They've been making a lot of noise. In fact, it's the Chalon fans that are making all the noise. Look at that, waving the French flag behind the basket. I wonder what? Oh, because this Varese team knocked them out. That's probably why they want them to lose. Right. Makes 1 of 2. So it's crunch time, 4:45 remaining. Dornicamp has been lost for Frankfurt. And beautiful find, and what a play from Morrison. Great pass from Bartel.
Wow, Mike Morrison's come up with a move of the night as far as he is the weekend, really. That's the best I've seen Morrison around the hoop. Beautiful pass from Bartel. What a move, lean in there to draw the foul out of Brandon Davies. Moretti can't believe it.
This Fraport team is showing some serious intestinal fortitude right now. They were not at the races. We know about Morrison's free throw struggles. That's not a surprise. No, but I think they would have accepted this position about 5 minutes ago. Down by just 1. Right, jump shot, good! And that was a 2. And you just got to tip your hat to him.
That's an MVP shot, Jeff. It's an MVP, a very easy win. He's the man of the match. There's no question in my mind. Just a tough couple of shots he's made.
17 points now. Cooks comes up with a steal. Caballero then almost loses it. And Theodore putting the pressure on him with 3:59 remaining.
That's the first error I think we've seen for 3 or 4 minutes.
They can't forget they've got Quantez Robertson on the floor. I mean, he was the guy really that was igniting him. I'm not sure he's had any touches.
Scrubs back in and there's 4 fouls. Be very, very careful. John Little sits down.
But you got to play now. Toretto back into the game. Big moment for him coming in. And Cooks is... You got Davies. You don't want to foul him this far away from the basket if you're Morrison. He gets the help. Seals the baseline. Now Kanger. And good. Oh, it falls to right incredibly. And this time he doesn't make it. Robertson gets the rebound.
Tough rebound, weak side for Quantez Robertson. I think he was mismatched on with Kanger.
Theodore to Bartel, Robertson. Now he's got his touch and he's going to go up against Ferrero. Three-pointer. And Scrub challenges for the rebound, but Cooks has had position.
Possibly could have been something to the hoop there for Robertson.
Offensive foul. Kanger.
It's not a bad call, Jeff. Not a bad call at all. Kanger's is definitely moving when he sets his screen.
Well, timeout on the floor, and it is all happening right now. That is the foul. Kanger, he now has 3 fouls, so he's okay. Waynes has 4 fouls. That's why he's on the bench for Varese. And Fraport Skyliners have already lost Dornicamp to 5 fouls. Well, Voigtman's not in the game. I think they found the team.
I think Voigtman needs to come back in because
Okay,
Mike
Phil,
Morrison's
we
done
run
his job.
horn
He's put him in a position of winning this game. Now Voigtman could be the guy that finishes up as he did 2 nights ago.
Phil, step like you're going to get it. Mike, good screen. Okay, good screen. Okay, Phil, pass. Step like you're going to get it. Mike, screen. If you don't have it, Mike, ball screen.
It's hard to believe their leading
ball
scorer is
screen.
Robertson.
The guy in this corner
points.
comes set a back screen for.
But that's the case. And
for Danilo.
for Varese, you've got 11 points for Voigtman, in fact, and 15 for Robertson overall in the game. I think that must have been the second half. I missed that graphic. Wright has 17 points. Wayne 14 points from Varese. Cooks has been relatively quiet with 6 points.
Yeah, they're not going to give any space on that perimeter for Riyadh's Cooks at all.
Oh, looked like a palm there by Scrub. And he hands it off to Morrison. That looked awkward. And they find it out on the perimeter to Bartel, and he puts up a little runner. Morrison was there. They've still got time, but they've got to launch it. It's going to be Scrub. And boy, they put up some tough shots there.
Did the ball hit the rim, Jeff?
It did not hit the rim, but are they going to disallow it?
No,
Already,
they got a foul on this.
I know, but if it didn't hit the rim,
there was a reset to 14. What? That ball did not hit the rim.
it certainly did not look like it did. So a real break for Fraport Skyliners.
Couple of breaks, really, because Scrub got away with an air dribble.
But the only good thing about this is Morrison at the free throw line, and he struggles. And they also get the rebound. So Wright and Varese have it. 2:15 to go, leading by 1. Cooks. Part of Morrison out on the perimeter. Oh, they find Wright open. And Kanger bats it out to Ferrero. What a play from Kanger.
Oh, it's getting heated up now, that's for sure.
Now Wright. And shot clock foul. Oh, they're going to call a foul. And again, I think they've been bailed out. I did not see that, but let's see.
It was a trip definitely from Morrison there.
Oh yeah, he's tripped him. He stuck his right foot out. And that's what the referee saw.
This might be where you get Voigtman back in.
Well, now they've got Waynes back in, so that's double trouble with both Wright and Waynes. And that is going to make life very difficult for Fraport. Varese, though, up 1. We've seen Wright. He's not perfect at the line. 4-7, as you can see. And takes his time and makes that one. Two-point lead, Wright. The final of the FIBA Europe Cup. Takes his time and buries both of them. Theodore gets inside, puts it up. Oh, what a play from Theodore! Goodness gracious!
Brandon Wright's got the foul, just steps over it. Exactly the same foul as Morrison down the other end. What's the left foot of Brandon Wright there?
Brandon Davies.
Brandon Davies, yeah, excuse me. Wow, Theodore from the line, what's he like? 67 of 73 coming into this tournament, but these rims, these balls, who knows?
Well, this time of the game. And the ball stays out, and Waynes with the rebound. Shifty gets close, puts it up, and it's good. And it's back to a three-point game.
Wow, they made some big shots, right? Waynes, they've fourth quarters belong to those two guards.
Theodore doesn't hesitate and hits the three to tie it. What drama.
You know what? We haven't seen it overtime, Jeff. I'd love to see another 5 minutes of this one.
Well, you're the one that's getting up before you. Theodore buries the three.
Make a step up, one step up. If you roll, He arrived and make a foul on Morrison. We have a lot of chance, but no risk on him. Hey,
you just wonder
look up.
if they're going to keep Morrison in the game,
listen,
knowing he could be a
I want
liability
you
at the
to
line.
reverse.
You heard Paolo Moretti.
And you here to scream.
That's
No
a
reverse.
very, very
No
good point.
reverse.
Hacker
Fake and
Morrison.
go to take the ball from like a handoff.
Yeah.
Like a handoff. Okay, so Chris and Rick are here. Hey, after handoff, go away. Okay, hey,
Well, this,
screen.
you know, it's
If
hard
they
to believe,
green,
isn't it?
If they
Because
green,
this-
short roll on
This
the
thing
top,
looked like it was
inside,
going Varese's
shooter,
way. They
but
were in
look up
command.
with the idea to go to take the ball from the
And
from
this
the
fourth
head.
quarter has been kind.
Go. 1, 2, 3.
Kinder, rather, to Fraport Skyliners, but they've lost Dornicamp to fouls. They've got Morrison on 4 fouls.
Wow, Varese scored, Jeff. If you score a 3, I would definitely look at fouling Morrison.
Yeah. I suppose right now they feel like they've got to have him in the game because of his defense and his shot blocking. And his rebounding. 17 on the shot clock now, Waynes. Oh, passes back to Cooks's. Step back for 3. And stays out. Now Robertson has it.
Probably a possession for each team left in this game.
Theodore's been the man. He tied it at 62. He's going to take a 3. Hit by taking the 3-pointer. He's got 3 free throws coming. Unbelievable.
Who got him? Was it Bartel?
Could have been Waynes. Could have been Davies. I'm not sure. Let's see. Davies.
Oh, sorry, not Bartel. Davies definitely, yeah. Davies has got him.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and he got him on the right arm. Boy, this is going to be a bitter, bitter defeat for Varese if they don't win this game.
Theodore's 0 of 1 for the game so far. He was 0 of...
Did he not convert a 3-point play? Am I confusing him
he
with...
missed it. He was 4 of 5 on
Okay.
Friday night, so he's 67 of 73 coming into the game in his final 4.
Well, look at Fraport Skyliners. You cannot say enough about this team, how they have managed to finally find some rhythm, their shot, and now they're putting all the pressure on Varese.
Now, is that their first lead of the game?
And don't forget how many free throws have Varese missed today. They've missed their share, 6 of 11. Oh no, 11 of 17. They're 11 of 17. And Theodore now with a 2-point lead.
This is the biggest free throw here of the season, I think, for Fraport.
This place is quiet. You can hear a pin drop. Theodore makes all 3. And timeout has been called by Varese. Wow. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah. Scoreboard in here says 64, 62. It's 65, 62. 3-point. They will need a 3-point shot.
They've added it now.
I don't think they can afford to go 2 and then foul unless they're going to go quick 2.
Then go away. Rick, well here, okay. Malik,
Where, if anywhere, where do you think that Varese have eased up here and let this Frankfurt team back into the game?
I don't think there's any way Varese have eased up. I think talked about at the beginning of the game. 4th quarter defense for Fraport has just turned this thing around. What have we got to score? We've got a 27-15 this 4th period. Now, how many points did they have at the end of 3? They were really struggling, Fraport. They had 25. They only had 38 off the end of 3. So in 10 minutes, they've hit 27. 75% of the points have come in the last 10 minutes.
Well, the game is 40 minutes long, and we've got 27.7 seconds remaining. And right now, execution for both of these teams.
Jeff, I think Varese need a 3 within about 9 seconds. They cannot hang around because anything missed, they've got a foul straight away.
Waynes was just telling the referee that was no foul, but I think we both know that there was. Here's Waynes. He's got Morrison on him, and they find Cooks to the corner, and it goes back to Waynes. So the long rebound, he puts up a 3, no good. Cooks dives, gets up for the rebound. A jump ball has been called. The possession arrow goes over to Fraport Skyliners.
7.7 seconds, not 0.7.
Now they're going to take Morrison out of the game. And as you look at the scrap there, great hustle from Little.
How does that work when your feet are out of bounds on a jump ball? That is not right, Jeff.
That looked a little complicated.
My word, that I'm not sure the referees took that into account at all. Frankfurt player on the floor, feet out of bounds, and they call jump ball.
Get the ball, Joe.
But there have been some situations. For example, remember Dornekamp picking up the foul.
If we
I mean,
turn
these
the
things
ball
even out,
over,
but
we can use the
No,
foul.
I think
Okay?
I agree with what you're saying,
but they
but it's
should've-
call by call.
Yeah,
Once the
you're
ball's
right.
in, we don't have
Regardless
to
of what
pass
happened
it.
before, that's call
Hold
by
the ball,
call.
strong with it. Okay, if we can dribble out, we dribble out.
Oh,
We
no,
don't need to throw the ball.
absolutely.
Okay? Now, hey, Phil, take it out. Same as last night. Joe, Danilo. Okay? Start like
Well,
this,
65-62, 7.7 seconds
Danilo.
left.
Okay,
You're going to get
Jordan.
a foul,
Ted.
I think.
Okay?
I mean, they'll go
you
for a
go
steal.
Here, like you're setting the screen. Jordan, you come up. Okay? Hey,
They don't
Joe,
get it, they'll
when
get a
you
quick
set
foul.
the screen, you come. Danilo, come.
Don't forget, we saw
Hands
right
in
choice.
there.
A
Look
long
for
three-pointer
Ted.
at the end of the first quarter, just as he crossed midcourt.
Yeah.
And stranger things have happened. And right now, those Varese fans with some long looks on their faces up top.
I'm surprised they haven't gone with 5 guards, you know, just to upset the rhythm for Kangor and Cooks this year.
Well, they've got Voigtman, so they advance the ball after the timeout. Scrub. And Kangor picks up the foul. So Voigtman goes to the line. Now, he's not been perfect tonight. He's 2 of 4 at the line tonight.
Numbers on the season have been pretty good. 23 of 29 coming in.
He's had to sit and watch most of this fourth quarter as Herbert rode the supreme intensity, determination of Morrison. And now Voigtman, who replaced him for that very reason. I mean, the other thing you got to consider is that Frankfurt might foul Varese if he misses this.
I think that's a guarantee. There's no timeout, so they'll have to play it whatever it is. If it goes in, I think we'll...
Now it's a 2-possession game. And they've got to... they just got to get a shot off quickly here once they get it across midcourt. Waynes leans in, misses, and Waynes complains about no foul call. But Waynes, I think, is wrong, and the ball has been hurled up into the stands. Fraport Skyliners have won it 65-62. Quite frankly, this is an amazing win. They really struggled tonight, but they have fought through the adversity, and they have won it. And you got to really tip your hat to them. 66-62. Fraport Skyliners have beaten Varese.
Well, what a comeback. 28-15, fourth quarter turnaround, Jeff. We talked about head coach Moretti looking at immortalizing himself if they came back with a chance. They were in control. 30 minutes gone, they were in control. And the Fraport defense just turned up an extra inch. Hats off to Mike Morrison. I think that fourth quarter belongs to him. But go back to that 30-second clock or 24-second clock that didn't go off. Go back to the end line there, the jump ball with the man out of bounds. 2 key plays that Moretti will say should have been called.
Well, In terms of heroes, don't forget the role that Robertson played tonight. Don't forget the role that Theodore played. They both came up huge in the fourth quarter for Fraport Skyliners. Scrub made a couple of big plays. And, you know, I mean, it is, as we said, it's a 40-minute game. And Fraport never stopped believing. And this is massive. This is a massive honor, especially in the manner that they've won it, I think. If you can win ugly the way they have tonight, and also the way they did on Friday night, I mean, it just says a lot about the fight in this team.
Absolutely. I mean, we heard it all weekend. Defense wins championships. You cannot epitomize it more than looking at this Fraport Skyliner team. Their defense was the one element that shone through in the fourth quarter. They kept it close-ish up to the 30-minute mark. And after that, it was all down to the D. Quantrez Robertson hit the threes.
Well, Robertson being interviewed by TV here after the game after his heroics. And, you know, just remembering what he did in this game. You know, he's going to be a Skyliner hero, isn't he, forever?
He won't need to buy many meals this summer. That's for sure when he goes back in Fraport, Frankfurt.
So 66-62. We're going to get ready for the awards ceremony, the presentation ceremony. And players are going to be interviewed, no doubt. See, they're going to have to, the interviewers are going to have to go off the court. So they dug deep. They got it done. Difficult to say why they're such a slow starting team, Fraport. They just, I guess it's like, you know, Gordon Herbert would say, we're a defensive-minded team, I guess. And that's how we win games.
Yeah, and sometimes coaches are thinking that defense, that they have a lot of controls over the offense, and the players feel a little inhibited. But, you know, fair dues to Gordy Herbert. He's come up with the goods. He's come up with a championship. And defense does win in the end. Good teams that play good D always triumph.
So the Fraport Skyliner fans up in the upper tier here have been rewarded for following. We talked about the Varese fans, but these Frankfurt fans also had to come a long way to support their team. And this never say die spirit has carried Frankfurt to the triumph. So the final stats, you saw a flash of them, and then you see the leading scorers. Chris Wright ended up with 19 points, Wayne 16. Wright probably was on his way to MVP honors if Varese had won it. Quantrez Robertson as well. And now you've got the medallions. They're going to be handed out. So we've been in Chalon, France, and we are now at the culmination of it, the award ceremony. First of all, Varese will be recognized, and they're receiving warm applause even from the German fans, as you can see up top. Anything this team could have done differently down the stretch, you think, that could have, not talking about calls or anything like that, but anything approach-wise they could have done differently?
Absolutely nothing at all, Jeff. I think Malik Waynes and Chris Wright carried them the fourth quarter. Some huge shots from Wright, especially. I just hats off to him. Brandon Davies, maybe a quiet night for him. He could have done a bit more. But a team that's really come to this tournament and I think has done really well. Again, you know, when the defense plays like it does, and you've got to be ready to put the ball in the bucket in the fourth quarter when the defense picks up, and that will be their only failing. 11 points, 15 points the fourth quarter. That was their lowest score. In fact, you look at their quarter score, 16-15, 16-15. Very good. very consistent, but that 28 in the fourth quarter by Fraport by far bigger than anything else.
Well, they were supremely focused, and they executed almost to perfection, really, in the first half, and for much of the second half. And as you said, it's that defense in the end from Fraport Skyliners that we talked about. And finally, they started hitting some shots, and it was a big three-point play. Well, the foul on Theodore when he was taking the three.
And it was a foul, there's no doubt about it. But down the other end, I still go back to these tough calls the referees have to make. But, you know, down the clutch, you've got to get it right. And a player lying out of bounds, having a jump ball go their way is an interesting one.
So the players being recognized here. Campani down. I don't even think he played in the second half. 12. Because they had Davies out there, and you can see Davies.
Yeah, he got some time. Campani got some time.
He did. Okay. There he is. Finnish Basketball Association Secretary General, placing that around his neck there, the bespectacled man. And Davies shakes the hand after getting his. Christian Kanger gets his. And Chris Wright gets his. Paolo Moretti, what a great job he's done for Varese.
Wonderful sign up in the rafters there for the Varese fans, Jeff. Grazie ragazzi, and thank you boys. And what a memorable this season this has been for those fans. How long they've waited for a European final, how long they waited for European glory. The wait still goes on for the glory, but you know what? It brings back basketball to a very, very proud town.
Well, you can only have one winner. And it's Fraport Skyliners. So Paolo Moretti doesn't need to hang his head, that's for sure. They were terrific, and I think they're going to hang around and recognize. They're going to recognize the champions out of a show of sportsmanship.
Photographed first, they've forgotten that.
Okay. Maybe they will go off the court after that.
Une dernière session photo avant d'accueillir le vainqueur de ce Final Four de la FIBA Europe Cup 2016.
Jeff, the Frankfurt fans were up on the top rafters. They've now made their way right behind the basket to our left here. They've looking for up top. There's nobody there. They're all down the bottom.
Well, it's party town tonight back in Frankfurt, and I think we'll see some basketball players out. There'll be a party somewhere, that's for sure. They can forget about going to sleep tonight. They'll just wake up. Cancel practice tomorrow, I would guess.
Gordy Herbert will have him out on the court tomorrow somewhere. Step off the play, straight to the gym.
Quantes Robertson has been named the MVP of the Final Four. Now that is an interesting one, considering the semifinal, but you know what? He stepped up to the plate here in the final.
Absolutely. I've got no problems with that at all.
Not at all. And he really got the job done. So one of the greatest moments of his life, no question about it. And they're going to stand behind the banner of the FIBA Europe Cup champions. And one of the finest hours for Herbert as well. You know, we talked about this before. He played at the Olympics with Canada back in 1984.
Number 9,
He's
Little.
a very, very good coach, no doubt. And he's proved it by putting this thing together.
Botman. Number 21, Danilo Bartel. Number 22,
We're reading out the players, the names of all of these players.
Number 23, Quantes Robertson.
7th year on the team for Quantes Robertson, and almost like a name that will be remembered for a long, long time for this team.
third. And number 42, Aaron Dawkins. Head coach Gordon Herbert.
And there it is. So everybody's been recognized. Herbert saying, I knew I had it in the bag the whole time, guys. We knew it. It was interesting when he got his math wrong, though, and he said 9. We're only down 9. That's three baskets. It was 8, but the point being that really in basketball, you're just a couple of possessions away from being right back in it. And so it proved to be.
So true, so true.
How about these crazy fans? They're going to be up tonight. That was one of the things I remember a couple nights ago, is how the fans hung around from Fraport outside the gate. And all of the players went out there to acknowledge them and to shake hands and everything. So it's a club that's together.
Yeah. I totally agree, Jeff. There's no lack of connection between the players and the fans in basketball. I think that's one thing that is true. These clubs are all built around family connections, and long may it continue.
So Herbert gets his medallion, and all of the players have their medallions, and we are almost about ready to sign off here, I think. I think we'll probably see something else coming up here.
Gordon Herbert can afford a smile now. Never easy as coach, Jeff. You know, you go through all the trials and tribulations. You live every moment. And I know you got the press conference with him on Friday night. He wasn't very happy, but I think he'll be able to relax tonight.
To present the award of the most valuable player of the FIBA Europe Cup Final Four. The MVP prize is provided by the Olympic Studio. Ladies and gentlemen, the most valuable player of the FIBA Europe Cup Final Four 2016 is number 23, Quentin Robinson.
I thought they'd already announced that. Well, that's him. And that's what we thought anyway. So 15 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, and he really came to the fore when it mattered.
Was it 2 threes the fourth quarter? There was only 2 threes of the game, so he was 2 for 6, I think, from beyond the arc. But a super game from him. 5 for 10 altogether, and hit all 3 of his free throws.
So he's now giving high fives all the way around. He also had 13 points for Jordan Theodore. He's 4 of 15 from the floor. 2 of 8 from three-point range.
The Vice President of FIBA Europe Cup,
And now the FIBA Europe Cup is being brought out to the team so they can raise it
of the winning team, number 21,
together in
Danilo
unison.
Bartel.
So Bartel, the captain. And a proud moment for him. I just remember him walking off the court after he missed that 3 at the end of the third quarter. You just would not have thought the comeback was on. But here it is, and they're the champions. Well deserved, richly deserved. And we are the champions. If you know the words, you can go ahead and sing it, Mick. FIBA Europe Cup 2016 champions, Fraport Skyliners. And these guys are going to be waking up tomorrow, if they do go to bed tonight, at any time, with a big smile on their face, because they're champions. So we're going to leave you with these images. Fraport Skyliners together, all as many hands as possible on the cup and on the FIBA Europe Cup. And say thanks for tuning in and watching. It's all basketball, folks. It's never a waste of time. It's always a lot of fun. So,
Jeff,
what do you want to say, Mick?
2010, Göttingen were the last German team to win a European crown.
That's
and
right.
John Little was on that team. So, John Little, congratulations. Back-to-back European championships.
Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. For Mick Benton, Jeff Taylor. Until next time.